If you want to burn stubborn fat in the fastest way possible, then I highly recommend that you watch this video, because today I'm going over 5 exercises that'll burn fat during and long after your workout. And the best part is that it'll only take 5 minutes. If that sounds good to you, then let's get started. This routine can be used by itself, or the way that I like for my clients to do it is as a finisher at the end of their weight training workouts. Today, I'll show you both ways. You'll be able to do it as a standalone workout, or you can do it after your weight training workout. Weight training is an anaerobic activity that primarily uses glucose for energy. By doing weight training before doing this 5-minute circuit, you could burn through all the stored glycogen in your liver and your muscles, and then you have an open pathway to your fat stores. This quick workout is referred to as a finisher because it's meant to do exactly what it sounds like. When you combo this with a proper eating plan, and by positioning this after weight training or even after a cardio workout, you can bet you're going to burn significantly more fat. Rather than counting reps, all 5 exercises are done in intervals. Each exercise is done for 60 seconds straight before moving on to the next. With this finisher, you're not taking any breaks until you're fully done with all 5 exercises. Like I said, it's called a finisher for a reason. So for the very first exercise, we're using battle ropes. If you don't have access to battle ropes, don't worry, I'm going to give you another alternative exercise you could do instead. But for this exercise, you would start by holding the ropes in your hands and slightly squatting down with your hips back and your chest straight up. Bump your hips forward as you raise both arms and ropes over your head. Then bring the ropes back down to slam them as hard as you can into the ground. As you're coming down to slam the ropes, bring your hips back to assist in this full body movement. Repeat this 3 times, and once you do 3 slams, bring the ropes to the ground. Next, plant your hands on the ground and jump out into a push-up position, keeping your shoulder blades, tailbone, and your heels in a straight line. So make sure that you're not dropping your hips down to the ground, and also make sure that your hips aren't coming up into a downward dog position. From that position, perform a push-up, or if it's too difficult, you can drop to your knees and perform a push-up from there. Once done with the push-up, hop your feet back in and stand up and perform 3 more slams with the ropes. Then go back and forth between the push-up and the slams. Repeat this again and again for 1 minute straight, and try to count how many reps you can get within that minute, because next time that you do this workout, you want to try to get more reps within that minute. If you don't have access to battle ropes, which most gyms nowadays will have them, but if you don't, you can just do regular burpees instead. This is pretty much the second half of that movement that we just went over. You would just start by planting your hands on the ground, jump out into a push-up position, perform a push-up, pop your feet back in, and jump up. If you don't have the battle rope available, then I want you to do those burpees with weights in your hands, dumbbells, to make it more challenging. The next exercise that you're going to move right into without any kind of a break is the split squat jump. This is also commonly referred to as plyometric lunges. To perform this exercise, start by stepping far forward with one foot while keeping the other foot planted behind you up on your toes. If you don't step far enough forward, you'll know because your knee will be going past your front toe on that front leg when you come down. You want to be far enough forward to create a box between your legs as you go down for your lunge. The other thing to keep in mind is that you don't only want distance between your front and your back foot vertically, but you also want distance horizontally. I see too many people trying to do lunges at the gym trying to keep both their feet in a straight line. However, this is wrong, because you want your feet hip distance apart horizontally, because this will help you, first of all, it'll help you maintain your balance and also decrease the chances of a hip injury. Once you have the proper position, keep your back straight and vertical while dropping your back knee straight down and bending your front knee to lower yourself to the ground. Right before your back knee touches the ground, explode up, jump up, and switch your feet. You can also swing your arms to incorporate some momentum into the movement, but you definitely don't have to. It's not required. Keep jumping and switching your feet for the full 60 seconds before moving on to the next one. For the next one, you'll be going into medicine ball slams. And once again, if you don't have a medicine ball, I'll give you an alternative for this one as well in a second. I call this exercise a medicine ball slam, but it would be much better to use either a slam ball or a dead ball like the one that we're using in this video. The only difference is that a medicine ball will bounce back up after you slam it on the ground. On the other hand, a dead ball will hit the ground and not move. Start this exercise with a slam ball on the ground directly in front of you. Squat down to grab the slam ball. When you squat down, you want to make sure that you do it correctly. Sit your hips back by sticking your butt out and keep your chest and your head straight up. When squatting down, it helps to keep your weight on your heels rather than on your toes to ensure that you're doing the squat correctly. Make sure your knees don't go over your toes very much during the squat. Grab the ball and stand back up from your squat position. As you bring your hips back in, raise the ball over your head. Now, I don't want you to just slam the ball by just using your arms. To incorporate the whole body into this movement, pull your hips out from under you and bend your back as you slam down. Then immediately go right back into your next squat to pick the ball up again and repeat the movement. Once again, you repeat this for 60 seconds with no break before switching right into the next exercise. If you don't have a slam ball, you can just do regular squat jumps instead. All the same rules would apply for your squat, except instead of slamming a ball into the ground, you would jump up as high as you can at the end of every squat. Up next is a push-up mountain climber. Here, you're going to start on the ground in a push-up position. Hop one knee into your chest and tap your foot on the ground. Then switch sides back and forth for 4 mountain climbers. Once you're done with the 4 mountain climbers, go right into a regular push-up. Again, all the same rules apply here. Make sure that your butt's not up in the air and make sure your hips aren't dropping down. You want all that in a straight line. Also, if the push-ups are too hard, again, drop to your knees and perform the push-up from your knees. Once you complete the 60 seconds, move on to your last exercise, which is the valve slide pike. If you don't have valve slides, these are the same exact thing as furniture movers. You can get them right at Home Depot or Lowe's. Position your feet in the center of the valve slides and start in a push-up position. Bring your butt up in the air as you bring the valve slides with your feet towards your hands. Really make sure that you squeeze your abs as you come in during this exercise. Slide your feet back out and return back to the push-up position. Every time that you slide your feet in, you should almost imagine that you're trying to get your knees into your chest. Even though your legs are obviously staying straight, by concentrating on curling your knees and your thighs into your chest, you'll really incorporate your lower and your upper abs into the movement. So that's it. You just do these 5 exercises for 5 minutes straight at the end of every one of your weight training workouts to get your heart rate up and to burn more fat. If you want to do this as a standalone workout, then you would have to repeat the 5-minute circuit with the 5 exercises for 3 sets. This will give you a very effective high-intensity cardio workout that doesn't take much time. I really hope this video has helped you.